Hope everyone's having a great Saturday. Hope everyone's having a great week. I got a little bit of my allergies going on right now, but I hope you click that like and subscribe button. And welcome to the channel if you're new here. Today we're going to be talking about the Iran situation and about Trump going nuclear recently. So let's watch some of that. Trump goes nuclear on press, of course. Don't get the wrong idea, guys. But the whole Iran ceasefire thing is amazing. Hit the like and subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. Welcome, welcome. We're just waiting for a few more people to join in. Let's watch this video. This was interesting. Let's watch this video, guys. Hey, welcome, Evan. Welcome. Hope you're doing good, brother. Here's a really interesting video for you guys. We're maybe going to wait for the 5-minute mark, but we're going to also talk about the JD Vance meme situation. I will indeed pin your comment. Super chat for any questions, absolutely. Let's wait for some people to get in here. It normally takes about 3 to 5 minutes before we start getting some people in here. Yeah, it was very hot today. It's very hot. I know I look like I have a sunburn, which I may or may not. Honestly, can't tell you anymore. But have you heard about the JD Vance situation with the JD Vance meme? That this guy got, his visa revoked for entering the country because he had a JD Vance meme on his phone? Well, that's not the full story. That's not the full story here on the show. Favorite state to visit? Well, Hawaii, because I love Hawaii, but it's very, very expensive. But in intercontinental USA, it's hard to say favorite because I really like New York, but I don't like the government of New York. I'm going to take some allergy pills. What's your favorite state to visit, John? I just came back from the beach as well earlier, so that's kind of why I look like this. But hope everyone's having a good Saturday. I really, really got some interesting content for you right now. Just give me about a minute or two more. I want to visit Florida or Las Vegas. I'm from Florida originally, John. I definitely recommend Florida. It can be a little bit expensive, especially if you're visiting Miami. It's very expensive. But I recommend Florida 100%. I'm from Fort Myers, Florida originally. I also love Las Vegas. I went there during the pandemic. It was one of the states that were open alongside of Florida, but they were still pressing on mask mandates, but they were still opening the tourist, which was hilarious. But anyway, let's get into this. Is Orlando or Tampa better for a week? Well, Orlando's extremely close to Tampa, so Tampa's extremely close. So you could, it depends what you want to do. If you want amusement parks, if you want Disney World, if you want like amusement parks, Orlando. If you want like nightlife, I would recommend Tampa. But Orlando has amazing nightlife too, but I think Orlando is definitely more expensive than Tampa. But the prices are kind of similar. Not a huge difference. But Orlando is beautiful too if you want to go to theme parks, but you also like nightlife. I recommend Orlando. But I really, really like Tampa. I lived in Orlando for 1 year, actually. So I can really speak on this whole situation, Orlando versus Tampa. Tampa's really, really, really nice. Some really good food in Tampa, but same thing in Orlando. It's really hard to say, honestly. Really, really hard to say. Looking back at it, when I lived in Orlando, I should have drove to Tampa more often. But hope everyone's hitting the like button above. We only got 1 like. Would be much appreciated if you could hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's start this off with actually a little bit of a video. Hey, Ozzy. How you doing? Nobody visiting the U.S. anymore. So nice and quiet. Only red caps in Tampa. Well, I think the second part of that is absolutely true. Only red caps in Tampa, 100%. Not really too many liberals or Democrats down there, but hey, Corey, much appreciated, brother, but I have one. Do you? Don't be mad because I'm getting successful at this and you're getting successful at nothing. Just spreading hate as usual. But it's okay, guys. We never let hate ruin us. I'm from Florida. I don't gotta go to Florida. Hey, welcome back, haters. Welcome back. Much appreciated, you guys. Let's play some videos for you now, just to let the haters watch in. Now, to remind you guys, the reason that this person got deported was because they had a photo of a crack pipe in their photo gallery. So, let's watch the video. Actually, let me wipe off my lens first. Imagine hating your country so much that you're actually mad that the stock market's not crashing. Yeah, hell yeah, Corey. You make $0 you make $0 hating. 0. Welcome in, Democrat haters. I love that both of you subscribe to my channel and you watch it frequently.
He was detained by immigration agents.
Watch this, Democrats.
Access to his cell phone and then denied him entry to the U.S. As one Norwegian news outlet, which spoke to him, reports, quote, Mickelson says that after being warned he could face a fine or even prison, he gave immigration officers the PIN code to his phone. He was then confronted with its contents, pictures the officers found questionable. In particular, a meme of U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance portrayed as bald and a private photo of a pipe. Specifically, Mickelson says the immigration officials...
Okay, listen to that part right there. A private photo of a pipe. Nothing is private in your phone when you enter the United States of America. I'm sorry, illegal immigrants and people coming on visas. It's the facts.
To this viral meme of the vice president depicting him as a bald baby. This and hundreds like it are all over the internet, as some of our viewers may have seen. Now, U.S. Customs and Border Protection has responded to these allegations. They say Mickelson was not denied entry to the United States because of this meme you can see on your screen. CBP says that it was over, quote, his admitted drug use. Mickelson says that he told the agents he smoked marijuana exactly twice in his life, once in Germany, once in New Mexico. But not everyone seems to believe that explanation. And if anything, suspected censorship of the Vance meme may have brought even more attention to it, which can happen in cases like this. Yesterday, Democratic Senator Ron Wyden of Oregon shared the viral meme of Vice President J.D. Vance on social media. And in fact, that meme, the one you're looking at right here, even made its way to the floor of Irish Parliament.
We're watching a major incursion on freedom of expression, unthinkable in a Western...
You know what does freedom, that cancels my freedom of expression in Ireland? All the illegal immigrants.
democracy. This week, a young Norwegian tourist detained by ICE at Newark Airport and sent back to Oslo. Why? He had this meme on his phone, Minister. A meme depicting
Also, he had a crack pipe, not a marijuana pipe, photographed in his phone.
President J.D. Vance as a baby. I mean, extraordinary, extraordinary. That a young person with this amusing meme on their phone depicting a public person, that this would be used as an excuse to detain him for 5 hours and then deport him back to Oslo.
Again, DHS and CBP deny that's the reason. But, you know, just in case they are not telling us the full story here, please, dear viewers, I hope you take appropriate precautions. I strongly recommend that you do not try to cross the border with this meme on your phone, or this meme, or this meme, or this one. There is absolutely nothing funny about having any of these on your phone. We are just looking out for your own safety here.
Yeah. Listen, don't cross the border with anything bad in your phone, period. No drugs, no nothing. When I entered my own country, the United States of America, They requested a random search. It doesn't matter if you're an immigrant or a visa holder. It can happen to anyone. Send the super chat so I can get some Benadryl, guys. Much appreciated. I just took some allergy pills. Can someone, please? If you have any questions about my personal life, you can drop a super chat. Yes, that's correct. Straight to jail. Okay, here's a great one. Straight to jail. Just show us the locks already. Brother, you come in here and drop $2 every time for the locks. The locks are at least $10. $10 minimum for the locks. Not no $2. 10. What the hell did I just click on?
In New York, like the whole...
No, I love America, and I don't just talk about MAGA. I talk about global politics. I just wear this hat to piss off the Democrats and the liberals and the radical leftists. Smash the like and subscribe button, but
Transgender influence.
I do appreciate... Now, this person is fucking disgusting. I don't care if you're a transgender. I don't care if you're homosexual. Just don't be spreading it in children's faces, and don't be putting it in children's cartoons and stuff like that. So you guys ready for some shocking news? Maybe some of you liberals, radical leftists, and Democrats know some of these people.
Influencer's Disney bathroom video is under investigation by the state of Florida.
There was a TikTok influencer named Lily Tina who was taking videos and photos inside of the women's bathroom in...
Disgusting. Now, this isn't even the worst part. I don't think natural-born men should be in women's bathrooms.
Disney. And
Biggest self-report of my life.
Those Disney bathroom selfies got y'all real upset, huh? Saying, oh, Lily, you can't take selfies in the bathroom.
You're a man. You're not a woman.
Any woman you ever meet has likely taken a photo in a public bathroom. Why, you ask? Because we look cute and we want to document it.
well, wait a second. There's no way this can be legal in the state of Florida,
Funny thing
It's
about
not.
that.
right? First off, like, you shouldn't be allowed to film inside of bathrooms. It seems really creepy. But then here in Disney, it's like extra layers of creepy. Is there anything happening from a state level?
Yeah, we're investigating this. We do not tolerate, no tolerance. We're investigating this.
Look at that freak.
Oh, man.
We put them on notice that legal action was coming.
Yeah.
Thankfully, they changed their ways. But here in Florida, we believe there are two sexes, men and women, and we are going to protect our girls.
Thank
at all costs.
God.
Fucking God.
Thank God for the state of Florida. That shit is fucking disturbing and disgusting. And this ain't even the worst fucking thing that this influencer did. Throw his ass in prison. He's done way fucking worse, like talking about chopping his dick off in front of children and recording it. Fuck this dickhead. If I was gay, people like these would embarrass me.
Put this freak in fucking jail.
When I walked in, there was this little girl, like 3 years old.
Recorded, and this is especially in Disney World. Like, we're not talking about using a bathroom at a bar or something like that. This is a place that's made for children, and you have somebody who identifies as the opposite gender who's going into that bathroom, filming people without their consent in the bathroom. That is
Look! This is the fucking thing she was talking about. Not she, him, when he was talking about cutting his dick off. He was playing with the fucking corn dog in front of a bunch of children and recording the children in the background. Fucking disgusting and disturbing. And should be arrested.
Guys, this is way over the fucking line.
I think Disney's gonna ban me for this one. My corn dog is still intact. I'm not happy about that, but sadly it takes a long time to turn a corn dog into a inverted corn dog.
That's because you're mutilating yourself.
Anyways, here's how to tell if your sign's cheap.
Anyway, this is how to tear off your signs cheap. Keep him away from Disney. Ban him. Throw him in prison. Hit the like and subscribe button. Drop me a super chat if you guys have any questions or comments. Now, all these liberals are mad about me exposing the truth. I got moderators in here. You will be banned from chat if you're spreading any bullshit. It's really a self-reflection of you guys. It's really a self-reflection. I feel bad for the gays and the trans because this actually makes them look fucking disturbing and disgusting. What happened to this woman? I really like Osmond Gold, honestly. I love Osmond Gold. Smash the like and subscribe button if you guys have any recommendations for videos, content. Please smash the like button, drop a super chat. All super chat requests are taken. Everything is read out loud. Let me know. Let's watch this one now and review it.
Girl that said I killed my mother. The amount of sympathy that I have for this.
Wait, what?
Really like
This is the same girl that said I killed my mother. The amount of sympathy that I have for this? Zero. You get what you fucking deserve. Ethan W. Huge Ethan W.
me like so freaked out. It's just, and I know people are gonna be making fun of me for this.
I'm not making fun of you for it. I'm just saying that you deserve it. You deserve it. By the way, if you didn't deserve it, you wouldn't have gotten served. And it's gonna get worse.
And I'm just so fucking tired.
Oh.
Tired of constantly being harassed by this shit. You know, like
Then you should stop harassing other people.
for the past 3 or 4 months, I've really just been like, I just want to focus on myself and I want to focus on my community.
You want to focus on yourself and your community, so you actively lead harassment campaigns against multiple people to get them deplatformed, misrepresent them, and call them rapists, but you just want to focus on being positive in your community? You're lying. You're lying. It's so obvious.
I want to be one of those people who's just a breath of fresh air.
Fresh air. Was it 42 times? Something like that?
She smoked more than she spoke.
They do musicals. They're very musical people. Dog, what do you look? You think I'm amazing?
Like I said, it's just been such a fucking struggle, and I'm just so
It's gonna
fucking
get
tired.
worse.
You know, I'm just so fucking tired. It's like you don't get a lot of support.
I'm not tired. I just woke up.
You know, Asmongold's community, Tectone's community is now claiming.
That's right. You shouldn't have talked shit about me. What do you think? I'm a target dummy? You think I'm supposed to just take it? And also, I barely even talk about you. The only time I think about you is whenever you're talking about me.
Claiming that Tectone is going to sue me for
She's getting
Oh.
sued. That's right, liberals. That's what happens when you spread defamation and post about people online. You get your ass sued. If you guys have any requests, anything you want me to talk about, let me know. Drop a super chat. Peace out, Alan. Oh God, here we go again with Trump.
If the intelligence reports conclude that Iran can enrich uranium to a level that concerns you, would you consider bombing the country again?
Without question, absolutely.
Have you had any
Turned out to be unbelievable.
Sir, are you concerned at all about secret nuclear
I'm from the USA.
You talk about
Secret nuclear site?
Yes, there might be some.
Not really. Can I tell you? They're exhausted. And Israel's exhausted too. And I dealt with both of them. And they both wanted it settled, both of them. And we did a great job, but they're exhausted. The last thing they're thinking about right now is nuclear. You know what they're thinking of? They're thinking about tomorrow, trying to live. It's such a mess. It's such a mess. The place was bombed to hell. And no, I'm not worried about it at all.
If the intelligence reports
Very interesting. I hope the ceasefire continues. Fun fact, that they just opened up the airspace above Iran yesterday. Ex-Biden official has a message for New York City's Democrat Socialist mayor candidate. Are you guys interested in this bullshit? Because I kind of want to hear about it. Drop a super chat if you guys have any requests, anything you want me to play on the show, or any topics you want me to debate or discuss about. God bless America and everyone else watching. Thank you. And if we have any veterans and service members watching, shout out to you. Thank you for your service. If you want me to talk about why we support Israel, drop a super chat. That's a long-winded question. It can't be answered in 1 or 2 minutes.
I can't believe that's happening. That's a terrible thing for our country, by the way. He's a communist. We're going to go to a communistic state. That's so bad for New York, but the rest of the country is revolting against it.
Let's bring in Matt Whitlock, former senior advisor at the National Republican Senatorial Committee, and Megan Hayes, former director of message planning for the Biden White House. So you would expect President Trump would say something like that about Mamdani. What you might not expect is for the Washington Post to say this: Zoran Mamdani's victory is bad for New York and the Democratic Party. New Yorkers should be worried that he would lead Gotham back to the bad old days of civic dysfunction. And Democrats should fear that he...
Italian Joker, I have my own opinions, unlike the liberals and the radical Democrats that repeat every single mainstream media point CNN says and MSNBC. I don't agree with Trump on everything. You liberals are out of your damn mind.
will discredit their next generation of party leaders, almost all of whom...
Kevin, there's a reason you're on the streets and I'm not.
Republicans would love to make Mamdani the new face of the Democratic Party. Are you comfortable with that?
No, and my views don't align with him, but I also don't live in New York City, so my views don't matter here because I don't vote in New York City. What might work in New York will not work in the rest of the country, as we very well know. But I do think it is important for Democrats to realize that they want a new generation of leadership. He campaigned on economic changes and economic values that are different than what other people were campaigning on, and that is important. And I think one thing that people will learn here is that campaigning is always easier than governing. So if he is elected, he will find that it's
if you spread hate, you're absolutely a radical liberal.
But I do think that Democrats should take note on how he campaigned and who he reached, because that will be important moving into the midterms.
The comments you're making prove you're a radical leftist. It doesn't mean you're a Democrat. It just means you're a radical leftist if you're spreading hate online over a hat and over Trump. That just means you're radical. It doesn't matter what your party affiliation is. But if you guys want to support the channel, or if you have any questions or big, things you want me to talk about or debate about, super chats are much appreciated, guys. God bless everyone. Happy Saturday.
People have talked to think that the real selling point for him was the rent control idea, because you're a young person in New York, trying to afford a place to live is almost impossible. But he's got some other very controversial positions, including defund the police, abolish the prison system, ban all guns, decriminalize sex work, safe injection sites, end cash bail, decriminalize drug possession. Those have all been tried in other cities, and it was a disaster. He also wants to end cooperation with ICE. I mean, that would probably get him some points with other Democrats, but Democrats lost on a lot of these issues last November. They want to go back there again.
It's a very interesting misread. What?
Maybe don't watch Fox News, just play CNN and MSNBC to listen to liberal lies and brainwash myself 24/7? Sure, liberal, sure, radical leftists. Guys, if you have any actual requests for news or any videos you want me to play, you can drop a super chat. Otherwise, I don't give a damn what the super radical leftists have to say about Fox News. You can watch it and cry. Boo-hoo, wah, wah. Cry if you want. If you want to change it, it's completely up to you. All you got to do is drop a super chat. It's super cheap.
Happened here is politics is a pendulum, and this election.
It's nice to be on the winning side.
Anti-Trump sentiment, but it really is more a referendum on the Democratic Party and on Democrat leadership. This is what a lot of us call the David Hogg effect. You remember David Hogg came in and said, we need to get rid of incumbents, and so they removed him from party leadership. I also think Mamdani benefited from running against Andrew Cuomo, who in the last few years has basically become a cartoon villain political candidate, both with accusations of serial groping, but also his role in the deaths of a lot of people's grandparents in New York. So I think Mamdani benefited from that, but I think Republicans see an opportunity.
Great point. Where is the Trump 2028 hat? It's coming soon, guys. Just wait. Just wait.
To benefit from a pick your poison fairly radical candidate who supports everything from, as you were saying, defunding the police, which is about a 90-10 issue, to things like, socialism that has already tried and failed before, and a number of other policies that I think Republicans really have an opportunity to really capitalize on in, for example, the New Jersey governor's race this November.
Now, one of the other things that he campaigned on was government-run grocery stores.
Oh, bless me.
A woman walks into a Soviet grocery store and says, "Do you have any tomatoes?" "No, we'll have them 4 years from now." She says, "Well, what day?"
Germany does, listen, Germany does not have freedom of speech. You can be arrested for, hate speech. So I don't give a fuck what Germany has to say. By hate speech is like calling someone a dickhead in Germany. Not actual hate speech. You just call someone a dickhead, you'll be arrested.
No, government-run grocery stores that worked in other places. Why would they work in New York?
I actually don't think that they will, and I'm actually
Grocery stores for
Oh shit, I clicked the mute button, guys. I'm sorry. Let's listen to this a little bit more. My apologies. Germany does not have freedom of speech. If you'd like, I can play plenty of examples on that on the news. There's a million videos about it, but you can keep believing your country has freedom of speech. You can keep thinking you have a good level. I mean, no country has absolute freedom of speech. You can't walk in an airport and scream bomb in America. You can't do things like that. But Germany has a very, very, very low level of freedom of speech, and more laws are coming and coming. Hello, Dr. Dons. Germany, even considered to other European countries, Germany has some of the lowest of freedom of speech out of any European country. Undoubtedly, other than the UK.
John Katsidides and Christine said this. Listen here.
People go to cities and states where they can invest money and make a return on investment. That's what capitalism is all about.
If you're scared to go to work because of the government, how about you come into the country legally? You ever heard of the law, Brandon? You don't enter Mexico illegally. What would they do if you entered Mexico illegal? They would deport you. Mexico doesn't give a damn.
That's why Wall Street is here. That's why the banks are here. That's why all the hospitals are here. The city is vibrant. They're going to take a vibrant city and kill it.
What do you think about that?
It does feel like the entire governing agenda of Imam Dani and New York.
I have many, moderators in this YouTube chat actually now. Probably like 5 or 6.
The last several years.
I'll actually give you one too, Doctor. Since you are the Discord moderator. So here, let me go ahead and give you one. I just said 2 seconds ago I'd give you one. Here you go.
Is geared specifically to drive out
Did it
the
work?
tax base, which is interesting because when you look at Mamdani's electoral results, he based his entire campaign around supporting the working class, but the working class is the group that most strongly voted against him, and it was upper class liberals who actually were his strongest base of support. So I think that it's going to be interesting to see how they react to these policies like government-run grocery stores.
All right, so here's what Eric Adams had to say about Mamdani's candidacy now that Eric Adams has officially thrown his hat in the ring as an independent. Listen here.
This is a city not of socialism. This is not a city where you use idealism to state you're giving everything to everyone for free. There's no dignity in someone giving you everything for free. There's dignity in giving you a job so you can provide for your family and the opportunities that you deserve. So this is not a city of handouts. This is a city of handouts.
You know, it's crazy when the guy that's being investigated for multiple crimes is actually making more sense than the radical Islamic candidate. It's pretty crazy at that point. You guys know what I'm saying?
I mean, wouldn't it be like unbelievably ironic that the financial capital of the universe, that the city that just oozes capitalism from every corner, would be run by a...
The Discord is great. I'm just forgetting to promote it. Everybody, if you guys want to debate, talk about any specific topics, or if you want to join the live stream and debate me one-on-one, we got a Discord. You guys can join it. Link in the bio. They're both so bad, I agree, but shit, I'd rather the black dude than the other is radical Islamic guy.
A socialist mayor?
I think he has an uphill battle here. I think that's very clear. I think that they're going to, either the Republican is going to be pushing.
They're mad because the stock market is good. That is facts. Hit the like and subscribe button. Someone drop me a super chat if you have any topics, discussions, or anything you want me to watch on video, review, talk about. I really, have lots of good super chats coming in sometimes. So I'm interested if anyone will drop one and, ask some good questions or, things that they want to watch. If you guys don't want to watch Fox News, it's a really cheap super chat. As simple as that.
To drop out, or Eric Adams or Cuomo's still going to run. This is not a done deal. Yes, he won the Democratic nominee, but this is not a done deal. I think this is far from over, and I don't think
Do you hope it's not a done deal?
Correct. His policies are a little too left for me, but I also think when you take a stand on something, people like that. Whether or not they agree with your stance, people like when you take a stand, and he did that. He took stance for unpopular policies, in my view, but...
Well, there are elements of the Democratic Party that the further left you go, the better it is for them, they think. Yep, maybe not. We'll see. Thanks, folks. Have a great weekend. Appreciate it.
Hey, Sean Hannity here.
Thanks,
hey,
folks. Sean Hannity here. Also, guys, we're going to be upgrading the entire live streaming setup. Cameras, microphones. So if you want better quality, please stick around to the channel. Let me know. It's almost like I want to play Newsmax or another source, but I just don't want to because it pisses the liberals off so much. Stock market up $9.8 trillion. Do you guys want to hear about Diddy's defense? Does anyone want to hear about Diddy's defense? Hey, thank you, Sean. Much appreciated, brother. Yes, I'm going to be getting a Trump 2028 chat. Many of you guys know Eric, a.k.a. Dustley, as we call him in the Discord, has the Trump 2028 hat. I might have to get the exact hat to match with him. That way when we stream together, we have like matching hats. That would be really cool. We got to get matching tracksuits and free haircuts for the cult. Hopefully they can give us that in the Trump cult soon. Matching tracksuits and free haircuts. I heard in cults they give you that kind of stuff. It's just a stupid ass joke because the Democrats love calling me in a cult, saying, Trump's a cult, Trump's a cult. That's funny because I think radical leftists are in a cult. But they think I'm the one in the cult. Where's my free haircut? Where's my free merch? And where's my tracksuit? Yes, we have a Discord. The link is completely updated on the YouTube page. I hate the KKK. What are you talking about? Wouldn't I know the KKK? No more responding to stupid questions unless they drop super chats. Kevin on the streets. I think you're losing your sanity. Sorry, I'm stuttering a little bit like President Joe Biden. I think you're losing your sanity because, bro, you come in my stream every single day. You've spent hours watching me. You don't get anything out of it. You're driving yourself crazy just listening about Trump's news. I mean, if you keep watching me, you're going to turn into a Trumper yourself. But it's okay. They're hypnotized by hatred. Okay, should we watch about Diddy? A lot of people want to know about Diddy. Do you guys want to hear? Let's spam down below. Diddy or Trump? Who do you guys want to hear about? This is like a 4-minute clip. Do you guys want to hear about Diddy or Trump? One person said Diddy. Let's see. We got 1 for Diddy. Now drop down below. 2 for Diddy. 3 for Diddy. 4 for Diddy. We'll talk about Israel after this. So 4 for Diddy so far. So let's talk about this a little bit. Easy on the timing them out. Unless they say something crazy, let them speak, brother. Okay, let's listen to the Diddy situation. Hit the like and subscribe button. If you guys have any video requests after this, just drop a super chat or anything you want to say. Much appreciated.
The jury is set to
If you want to talk about Epstein and Trump, we'll take all the requests on that you want. Just drop a super chat. Much appreciated.
deliberating in the Diddy federal trial on Monday after both sides delivered closing arguments this week. The music mogul faces up to life in prison if convicted on racketeering charges. What can we
Evan,
expect
easy.
on Monday?
Easy on the moderation, Evan. Let them speak, please, brother. No one's saying anything crazy that I see.
Defense attorney Richard St. Paul. Richard, thank you so much for being here. You know, in some...
Okay, even if he's spamming, let him spam a little bit. Let's give him some freedom of speech right now. And maybe, you know, when we get up to 300 views or something like that, if anyone goes autistic in the chat, yeah, you can ban them.
The defense for Diddy, they did not call any witnesses, but the closing argument said that essentially this came down to a toxic, great modern love story between Diddy and Cassie Ventura, that she was a consenting adult and that this entire trial was essentially a nothing burger. I'm wondering, based on what we've seen, which way do you think this is going to go with the jury, and how do you see this trial?
Thanks, Brian. So interestingly enough, the prosecution here is saying that Bad Boy Entertainment was really bad. Not Michael Jackson bad, but criminally bad. So much so that it was a criminal enterprise that Puffy, or Sean Diddy Combs, used to commit numerous acts of sex trafficking, drugs, and violence. And so the prosecution has to put all these things together in order to make the racketeering. That is, they have to connect acts of crime. It has to be continuously acts of crime.
Did
it? Also show that it happened within 10 years. So they're saying all these particular acts from 34 different witnesses, which, by the way, is their strongest, is their strength, is that 34 witnesses came in and testified about sex, prostitutes, about drugs, about coercion, about violence. If they straighten that all together, they could get what they're looking for, and that is a jury coming back with racketeering. The defense, on the other hand, says these are isolated incidents. There was no criminal enterprise here. This was a domestic violence at most, and consensual adults doing consensual things. And what the defense is heavily relying on is that the jury will not believe.
Diddy files. Okay, guys. Honestly, I want to hear a review in the chat. Diddy innocent or guilty? I think he has a lot of bad allegations, but I'm going to wait for the evidence, and I'm going to wait innocent until proven guilty. But he seems like a bad guy so far, to be honest. If you guys want me to talk about APAC, drop a super chat, hit the like and subscribe button. If there's any video requests, anything like that, let me know. I think he's guilty too, but we'll have to wait and see.
Oh, fuck. As a matter of law, beyond a reasonable doubt, that there was a criminal enterprise. So that's the defense objective, and that they reached at some points with the witnesses was tying the witnesses up, making them less credible. But that's what the defense is really relying on. That the jury will not believe beyond a reasonable doubt that Bad Boy Entertainment was a criminal enterprise headed by Sean P. Diddy.
Well, as a defense attorney, what does it tell you that Diddy did not put up a defense at all?
Yeah, that right there is very troubling. You couldn't get one person to say that you were a good guy, a good person, that you headed a charitable organization, that you made a $10 million donation somewhere, or whatever you did, something that was good, something that would go to his character.
Whoa. That's the image they drew of Diddy? Bro looks like a fucking monster in that image. Holy shit. That looks fucking menacing. Whoever drew this was tripping on LSD or shrooms or something.
Shocked that they didn't produce any character.
Oh, damn, the freaking camera.
The guy. But I guess the defense believes so much so that the prosecution couldn't prove their case. They also asked for that the matter be dismissed prior to going to the jury. Of course, the judge reserved their right But it is shocking that they didn't use not one witness to come in and testify on behalf of
Richard,
Sean Diddy Combs.
And quickly, just last on this case, do you think that he should have taken a deal if a deal was offered, just based on everything you saw?
When you're facing life imprisonment, yes, I think a deal would be something that you should take because you never want to gamble, especially the fact that typically when the feds prosecute a case, they have such a great conviction rate. We're talking about over 90% conviction rate.
Yeah, it's very high. All right, let's move on to the other case. Developments in another big legal story we're following. The judge overseeing the upcoming trial of Brian Kohberger deciding his attorneys are not allowed to
Guys, the Diddy case is so big, people in other countries are discussing it, making jokes about it. It's so big that people in Turkey, Istanbul, are making jokes about Diddy and making memes about him and talking about him. That's another level of court trial fame. But it is P. Diddy after all. If you guys have any comments, any questions, let me know. Hit the like and subscribe button. America! It's almost your birthday soon, America. Johnny Depp case was also very interesting. It's another distraction from the distractions. 100% agree. I'm not in my bed. I'm actually sitting in my living room right now.
We like to call the world's gone mad.
Hell yeah, I agree with ICE. Who doesn't agree with ICE? Every law-abiding, common-sense American agrees with ICE.
Tennis finally showed it can be every bit the equal of John McEnroe-style men's tennis, perhaps even more so, with this aggressive post-match showdown between two rivals in Germany. Sadly, we had to cut out the Trumpian colourful language. Ah, yes, women with spirit. Indeed, anger seemed to be in the air this week as women vented at their frustration about that other famous belligerent New Yorker, Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
So scared for our country. And
so scared.
I'm so sick that people support him. And I don't understand. All because they wouldn't vote for the best person that could have been president right now, Kamala.
Oh, yes, Kamala Harris. Clearly, we are all the poorer due to her absence from our lives these days. But at least we have Kamala's daughter, who has become quite the online celebrity thanks to her personal fashion parades. Here she is showing off the latest in lefty style and elegance this week. For other women, simply being woke is reward enough in itself.
Proud to be woke, proud to be a liberal, proud to be a Democrat. Hell yeah. What does that mean? That means that I care about everybody. That means I care about the USA. That means I care about our air. That means I care about our parks, our oceans.
Noble sentiments indeed, but does she really care about everybody? Not quite.
There is a complete difference. You can be a Republican and you're not a MAGA and you're not a racist piece of but yes, I will always stay woke.
Which does beg the question, how can young women these days cope with the anxiety of a world of Trump and MAGA? This woman has one solution.
Can someone tell me what MAGA men find attractive so that I can wear the complete opposite? Thanks.
Sounds like a plan.
Just take care of yourself and look halfway decent, and yeah, you'll attract a MAGA. This is a great news channel. This is not the UK. This is Australian news. Sky News.
For other young women, there are coping mechanisms to help you deal with your anxiety, such as anxiety bookshelves. Now, why didn't I think of this?
It's an official anxiety bookshelf. I'm sure y'all have seen the scam ones. Don't get tricked. It's got a little latch. The woodworking is just stunning. And look how many books.
Wow, liberal, it's a wooden box.
Look at the books that they have.
Who would have guessed?
There are popular book type books. Look. I actually do not have words for how therapeutic and satisfying that was. You want to reorganize? Thank you so much, Anxiety Bookshelf, for sending.
Fantastic, but here's another thought. Maybe to relieve her anxiety, our young woman could actually try reading some of those classic books. You know, for real. Just a thought. Well, there's always music to take your mind off the woes of the modern world. I mean, it's the northern summer now, so there must be some wonderful music festivals to enjoy. Indeed, last week, it was La Fête de la Musique in the beautiful streets of Paris. Well, here's how I remember it.
Allons enfants de la patrie.
No more of this French stuff. Sorry, guys. Let's get past all of this.
When they attend, they are like lambs to the slaughter. But, believe it or not, the organisers defended the festival, saying, it's not all that bad.
There were 2 people that died, so I appreciate why you're saying what they're saying in terms of there is clearly an issue in terms of violence and stabbings and whatnot. But there were 2 million people there, right? Let's put it into context. 2 million people versus 2 deaths, 8 stabbings and 324 arrests. So if you think about last year, if you put it into context, it's not actually that big of a deal in my humble opinion.
Oh, that's fucking horrific. But one person dies on January 6th and the liberals are losing their shit. One person that didn't die from natural causes died on January 6th and the liberals are screaming, but they're okay with this shit. Let's start over. It's at a music festival. France has been lost its own democracy. When the president of France gets beat up by his wife on camera, it's over. His tranny wife.
Is Moscow View. The new legal name of the street is written in character.
I don't give a damn about France, though. Let's skip on to the next subject.
Because all the lefty...
Other places put out big reports suggesting that the strikes were unsuccessful. Lies! The strikes were not unsuccessful. More liberal lies.
Own press, the US media. What's going on, Brad?
Well, it's always strange to see your fellow citizens rooting against America. I generally just think it's weird to root against America if you are an American. And some of the journalists in particular have egg on their face, like CNN and other places put out big reports suggesting that the strikes were unsuccessful based on pretty flimsy information. And now they've started backpedaling like crazy. I saw CNN. I'm good, Mark. How are you doing, brother? Putting out a statement about that. And it really is in the media better to wait and see than make bold declarations prematurely that then don't age very well. Imagine hating your own country so much that you're angry about not going into war because you can't cry about going into war. The liberals are mad that we aren't going to war because that way they can't say, oh, put MAGAs on the front line. Oh, Trump's war. That's why they're mad about not having a war, because they can't blame something on why they're a failure in life. But I mean, it's no secret in American media that the mainstream media is anti-Trump to the point where they want to spin anything as a loss. But to me, I mean, obviously a lot of these foreign policy issues get complicated, but nobody in America should want Iran to have nuclear weapons. And since we did do a strike, you would certainly want to root for it being successful, not try to find ways to spin it as a failure.
Absolutely, Brad. And it's not only the left-wing media, you've also had the likes of Tucker Carlson, who certainly has a lot of egg on his face, having said that this would lead to World War III and all sorts of things. Even Iran's supreme leader has spoken out for the first time. Even well, it's understandable why he might be saying it, to save his own skin. But anyway, he's saying that Trump has exaggerated the success. Have a listen.
The US attacked our nuclear facilities, a matter that is independently worth pursuing for prosecution in international courts, but they failed to do anything significant. The President of America greatly exaggerated what had happened. It became clear that he needed this exaggeration.
Brad, if the bombing wasn't such a success, why on earth are the Iranians now doing ceasefire deals with Trump?
Yeah, I don't believe anything that man says, and he has every incentive to try to...
You know, it's funny when the American radical leftists are repeating talking points from the Iranian president. Do they not see anything wrong there? Do they not see anything wrong there?
Play whatever effect the strikes did have. I put more trust in international agencies that are coming out with information about the extent of the damage done to Iran's nuclear facilities. I mean, the regime is on life support in many ways with their own people. So, of course, they're going to try to spin this as if it was some failure by America. That doesn't really tell us anything. They also claim that they are exacting massive revenge on Israel with missile strikes where almost none of their missiles get through the Iron Dome. It's just, we're watching, I think, the death rattles of a regime that you can't really take anything they say as gospel.
Speaking of regime change, it looks like there might be a regime change in the mayoral corridors of New York City. The world's...
Piers Morgan is a radical leftist. Should we play Piers Morgan, guys? He once in a while has good talking points. Once in a blue moon, just to pretend he's not a radical leftist.
Greatest capital city, the heart of capitalism, the heart of free enterprise, the heart of the entire American dream. Looks like it's going to be electing a mayor, the Zohran Mamdani character, who's an out-and-out communist. He's full-on, makes Bernie Sanders look like a hero of capitalism. What is going on in New York City, Brad?
Well, New Yorkers were given two terrible options, and I think they chose the worst option. Because you had Andrew Cuomo running for the Democratic nominee, the failed and disgraced ex-governor of New York, who had a massive COVID scandal, and then resigned in disgrace after a sexual harassment scandal. He was the main option, and the other option was Zohran Mamdani, who is a self-described feminist socialist who wants to abolish the police for queer liberation, believes in open socialism.
Wait a second, he's a queer Muslim? I didn't know the Quran said you could be gay and Muslim. That's amazing.
Run grocery stores that will put mom and pop...
I'm just a lesbian trapped inside a man's body. Of course I support the lesbian community.
Running massive losses for taxpayers. He wants to institute failed socialist price controls on housing, many other things. You got to give him credit, though. He was a charismatic campaigner, and he actually went to the streets and talked to people who voted for Trump and heard them out and tried to find out why they supported Trump and offer them something. So I give him a little bit of political credit for what's undoubtedly a momentous win, but his ideas are terrifying and radical, deeply radical. And so New York City, there still will be the general election, but the fact that he got the Democratic nomination makes him a huge front runner. And we could be in for a rough couple of next years in New York City if any of his policies see the light of day.
It's quite terrifying, and even more terrifying is his rap music. If you've ever listened to his rap music, rap being the lowest form of music ever created on Earth, and he certainly takes it to new lows. There we go. I won't insult our viewers by playing any from... Brad, so great to have you here on The World According to Rowan Dean. Thanks so much.
I did not see what you even commented, but that's hilarious you thought I read it. Hit the like and subscribe button. If you guys have any requests for videos, just drop a super chat. Much appreciated. If you have anything you want to talk about, debate about, discuss about, drop a super chat. This guy really thinks I read his comment, but he doesn't know that I get around 4,000 to 5,000 comments per live stream. So no, I do not read every comment, and I don't care if you comment again either. Hit the like and subscribe button? Hell nah, this is my boy right here. He looks great. You care, you keep commenting on my video and giving me attention. You care pretty much, huh, buddy? My hair's looking crazy in the back, actually. But it's a Long Beach day, huh? What's up, MAGA? Smash the like and subscribe button. Drop some super chats if you guys have anything you want me to talk about or say or support the channel. Now let's look for some videos. If you guys have any requests for videos, you can drop a super chat, or any news or any discussions you want to talk about, just drop a super chat.
The problem.
Maybe we could collaborate, Joshua. Absolutely, brother. I love having people on the channel. Hell yeah, brother. We can collaborate on some live streams. Sorry, my hair is looking crazy right now. But Joshua, if you'd like to collaborate, I'm actually looking for other content creators that want to collaborate. So please join my Discord, link in the bio, or you can message me on Twitter. My internet is great. But Joshua, I'd love to collaborate with you. I'm going to take a look at your channel later. But yeah, I'll definitely collaborate. Drop me a comment on one of my videos, and I'll definitely take a look at your channel. But would you like to collaborate on a live stream? We can do some political talks and discussions. I'll shout your channel out lots and people can subscribe. What's the Discord name? It's gonna be hard to find it by the name. Just go to my YouTube account and click under the links and you'll see the link. Is the internet service actually bad for you guys? Let me know. I can see what I can do to fix it.
Whoever is telling Governor Gavin Newsom he's got a chance at being president has to be playing the longest practical joke ever.
That is hilarious. Do I believe getting rid of birthright citizenship? Well, this is another long-winded answer. I'm quite tired. I don't really feel like answering a question for 5 or 15 minutes. But if you'd like an answer to the birthright citizen question, please drop a super chat.
These anti-ICE riots were ravaging Los Angeles, digging his most populated city even deeper into debt, already on top of turning his state's $100 billion surplus into a $73 billion deficit. Is he focused on actually fixing the situation for his citizens? No. He's busy suing Fox News.
These guys go after me 24/7. I'm a piñata. It's a defamation lawsuit because they willfully and knowingly distorted facts. They lied about a phone call that never occurred between the President of the United States.
I got bad news for you, Crash, young man. You don't got any following and no one cares what you gotta say. The super chats are gonna keep coming. The channel is gonna keep growing. It doesn't matter what liberals, Democrats, death threats, dumb comments, none of that matters. The channel isn't going anywhere. It's not stopping. The super chats are gonna keep coming, buddy, so you can cry.
To myself, I just filed a lawsuit against Fox News for lies, for deceit.
As this literally looks like all he's doing now. When you look at his personal
Why does he
social
look like
media
he's
account,
crying?
all he does is constantly repost and highlight his lawsuit, which isn't much better than the official governor's account that is pretty much exclusively crying about President Donald Trump. There's some very serious issues in California, but the only thing their leader's concerned with is vanity. as he sued Fox News for $787 million, citing Politico's articles saying it's a defamation case regarding a Trump phone call. But most importantly, stating that he will drop the lawsuit if Fox News retracts its claims and they apologize to Newscomb on air, which only proves that this is strictly about vanity. He could be focused on fixing homelessness, the deficit, the incoming gas prices that he's created, or basically anything other than trying to bring in $700 million from Fox.
California has the worst gas prices in the country. The worst. The absolutely worst. Red Baron, you're drinking the mainstream media Kool-Aid.
Which isn't even 0.1% of his billion-dollar shortfall. And I understand those calculations probably aren't correct, but I graduated from California public school, so if anything, me not being math Asian is his fault, alongside me bad grammar. But why exactly is Newscomb suing Fox News over Jesse Waters?
When is the last time you spoke with Governor Newsom?
A day ago. Called him up to tell him, got to do a better job, he's doing a bad job.
Trump is your president, Johnny.
There was no call, not even a voicemail. Only for Trump to post his phone records of a 16-minute call he had with Newscomb. Now that image doesn't really prove anything, but Newscomb being so adamant that he's not lying about a phone call just reminds the public of a time that he definitely lied about a Trump phone call.
I'm literally talking to the president right now to specifically answer the question of what we can do for you and your daughter.
Can I hear it? Can I hear your call? Because I don't believe it.
I'm sorry. There's literally, I've tried 5 times. That's why I'm walking around to make.
Why is the president not taking your call?
Because it's not going through. So
Why?
I have to get cell service.
In seconds, Newscomb went from, I'm literally talking to the president right now, to getting lightly challenged over his lie, transforming his response to, I've tried 5 times, but I can't get service. Transition into the next likely lie is all you really need to know about him. As a couple weeks ago, he cried about the ranch fire in Southern California, saying his National Guard fire crews were understaffed due to Trump's political stunt, only for leftism to call him out for disbanding the state's wildfire fighting team last year, then thoroughly dismantling everything about Newscomb's claims, how he still has 20,000 guardsmen left, but instead of deploying them, he's too busy tweeting at the president. It's almost like every time his cities catch on fire, he doesn't...
If Gavin has transcripts of their phone call, then Trump's right. He lied and said they didn't have a phone call.
See it as a disaster, but a political opportunity. As when the wildfires hit Los Angeles 5 months ago, he was seen seemingly dancing when talking about land grabs.
I was just talking to Josh Green, the governor.
Dancing about land grabs. Evil, evil man, Gavin Newscomb. Newscomb. If you have any of these questions, I know all the answers to them, Red Baron, but you gotta drop a super chat. Johnny, I feel sorry for you, just spreading hate and loneliness onto the channel. Newscomb, he posted the things. He didn't claim a day. He posted the screenshot of it. Newscomb claimed the phone call never happened. Shout out Kenya, brother. Thank you for watching. Well, that guy's from Kenya, Johnny. And I appreciate your love and positivity. Afro, thank you for the love and positivity, brother. I agree with you, Johnny. I don't like fascism. That's why I don't like people like Nick Fuentes. I don't support people like that. How about the billions of dollars in money we are bringing in via tariffs? I would love to discuss that and talk about that too. If you guys want me to go into this for 10, 15 minutes, 25 minutes, full rage, I can. Just drop a super chat. I'm taking all requests. I'm taking all requests. And I don't know the whole story or the situation with that pipeline, or I just remember Newsom saying they didn't talk at all. From my memory. Maybe my memory is not 100% accurate. I don't vote based on party, by the way. But I do support MAGA. I think Trump is one of the greatest presidents in American history. Definitely in my lifetime, but I kind of refuse to believe he's going to be the greatest president in my lifetime. I think there might be some really good presidents. We'll see. Really bad allergies today, guys. Really bad. Hopefully I'm not getting sick, or hopefully I feel better tomorrow. But my throat, my nose, doesn't feel so good today. Do you guys have any requests or anything I should talk about? Ask me some soft questions. But if you want to ask me some hard questions, you can ask me hard questions, but please drop a super chat for the hard questions. Should Melania have a marriage visa? Yes, she should have a marriage visa. Citizenship by marriage. Name 5 presidents before 1950. Easy. Washington, Lincoln, FDR. Let's see. I can do this, guys. We got 3 so far. What's his name? There's a bunch of people. I want to name one of my favorite presidents. I can't think of him right now. Jackson. We got Jackson. That's 4 right there. Let's name one more, guys. One more. Was Hoover before 1950? Yeah, I think Hoover was before 1950. That's 5 right there. My brain's a little bit slow today. It's already midnight here. But there's 5 presidents right there. I just named them to you. 5 presidents. If I'm cooked, why could I name the 5 presidents? Go ahead, Johnny. You name 5 presidents. Don't look on Google. You got 2 minutes. 1 minute, actually. Name 5 presidents before 1950. Come on, Johnny, quickly. Quickly, Johnny. Oh, he's looking on Google. He's cheating. He's looking on Google. He's looking on Google. Johnny's cheating. Oh, come on, dog. School cooked you, Johnny. Still no comment? It's been a full minute, Johnny. Not a single comment about 5 presidents before 1950? It's almost been 2 minutes now. Come on, bro. Let's see if you can even answer. See, bro, you can't even name them. You just comment laughing my ass off because you can't name 5 presidents before 1950. Okay, Johnny, we're waiting. Are you looking it up on your computer? Do you have me some liberal tears? Absolutely, brother, I do. They're in the kitchen right now because I had to get another cup to collect them. It's been literally full 2 minutes, Johnny. You were laughing at me saying, oh, what's taking you so long? You can't name 5 presidents before 1950. I just named 5 of them. Johnny can't. He can't name them. But he was laughing at me saying, oh, what's taking you so long? It took me under 2 minutes to name 5 presidents before 1950. But you're criticizing me because I had to think for 2 seconds? You can't name them. That's exactly why you're a radical leftist and I'm an American. Thank you. Shout out Kenya. You're the one that's crying. You're a hypocrite. You can't name even 3 presidents before 1950. You could have at least tried, brother. Does the hat make it rage bait? What makes it rage bait? John Adams. Check. Angry Bird Trolls. That is hilarious. Yeah, I'm done with all these dumb questions. If you guys have any serious questions you want me to answer, either make it a really good comment or drop a super chat or both if you want to support the channel. I didn't even see what you commented, buddy. And if you want me to address you, you got to drop a super chat for 100% guarantee I'm going to address you. Yeah, California has a high GDP. That's because of all the Hollywood movie stars and all those types of people. John Adams. Thomas Jefferson. Yeah, I said that. Mentally ill. Thank you. Thank you, Democrats. Drop some super chats, guys. I fell off the streaming a little bit yesterday and a little bit today in the morning I didn't stream. But today, tomorrow, we're going to stream and stream it up. Smash the like and subscribe button. Let's get to 7,000 subscribers real quick. Pipeliner, nobody cares about the GDP of California. Why do they have the most homeless out of any place in the world? I don't care if you drop a like or a dislike. It helps the channel. Either way, go ahead, drop a dislike. I don't care. Sport Lee, you're angry. You're an angry leftist, radical leftist. I don't use drugs like you liberals. Shout out Florida, Unc Andy. I'm from Florida. Fort Myers, Florida here. Thank you, Aruba. Much appreciated for joining in and spending your time watching me. Much love, guys. I'm not rage baiting. Check out all my content. Very legitimate. Happy birthday, Nick. I may not be a veteran, but I'm an American patriot. Thank you, all the service members, Army members, Navies, Marines, everyone. Yeah, I gotta stay hydrated, honestly. My throat's hurting, like I said today. So wearing a MAGA hat is rage baiting. LOL. Brother, it is rage baiting. That's the crazy thing. You wear a MAGA hat and they're like, rage baiting, rage baiting. It's crazy. Thank you for your service. You're in the Army. Good luck to you, brother. Biker Bay. Both parties are on the same coin. True in a lot of ways. Well, except a radical leftist and a Democrat is how you identify yourself. I don't identify as a Nazi, so that makes no fucking sense. I don't have a problem with Jewish people or black people like Nazis do. Diddycrats asking weird questions. Hey, Alan, how you doing, brother? Hit the like and subscribe button. Someone drop me a super chat if you guys got a real question you want to talk about, or any discussions or any debates you want me to talk about. I'm here to answer all questions. If you love America, drop a super chat or hit the like button and subscribe. I don't read all the comments, especially if you're just spamming bullshit over and over again when I see your name pop up. I just kind of ignore it and don't even read it. I don't know how to read. Brian, that's a long-winded question, and I've talked about it a million times. If you want me to answer it, please drop a super chat. Yeah, these questions are too hard. I'm not going to talk about anything I already talked about 100 times over unless you drop a super chat. I can't read, I'm sorry. I don't want to go back to school. I can't read. What do you not understand? I can't go back to school. I can't read. Oh, that's horrible. Horrible. My name isn't Gavin. That's hilarious. You're close, but it's not Gavin. I love how people on this channel all got me like different names. Gavin, Larry. I don't do white like Biden's son does. Okay, guys, you can call me Gavin now. I like that name, Gavin. Ben, you don't think I remember you, my #1 hater. I'm just kidding. You ain't #1. You gotta step in line, buddy. We got 20 other haters. I have great political analysis and insight, and I have a global perspective as a world traveler who's traveled to many, many different places. And as a man who's been with all kinds of women from all around the world. I have many different political analysis and perspectives and travel vlogs. Explain anything. I've been explaining stuff for the last 70 or so minutes. What do I think about Russia? Well, I don't agree with everything the government does, but it's a beautiful country, and the laws aren't the best, but it's a beautiful country. It's a Christian country, and one thing I can say about Putin is he puts his country first. How are you proud of what your ancestors did to the native Hawaiians? You don't know who my damn ancestors are. What the fuck are you talking about? What about Ukraine? I think the same thing about Ukraine. Another beautiful country, but I don't think the president puts them first, in my personal opinion. Oh, Ben, funny. When you don't agree with my comment, you want to drop insults. Well, looking at your profile, you're telling me exactly what you are by your profile picture. America is conquered land. What was Cole's question? I didn't see Cole's question. Holy fuck. Either I'm sick or my allergies are really bad. Afo, you've been watching for like an hour. I'm not rage baiting anybody. Bless you, bud. Thank you. I have rage, but it has nothing to do with white rage. Thank you, Identity. If you want me to say anything, you gotta drop a super chat. I read all super chats out loud. I don't care if they're an insult to me. I don't care if it's a stupid question. I don't care what it is. If you drop a super chat, I will 100% read it. It doesn't matter how embarrassing, how vulgar it is. I will read a super chat out loud. You guys asking for Eric? You want to see Eric on the show? He's not old. Eric is a young, intelligent man. He's not even mid-age yet. Cole, if you want me to answer that long-winded question, why don't you drop a super chat? It's cheap. I've talked about how old I am so many times, brother. You can either guess or drop a super chat, I'll tell you. If you guys want to guess and you guess it right, a.k.a. Eric, a.k.a. Dustley. He's on my show all the time. He has a long gray beard. Really cool guy, funny guy. You can just call him asshole, guys. It's fine. Like he said. Oh, Piperline. Thank you, brother. Really interesting that you like to communicate with me and hear from me. I thought you were a little bit of a hater. Message redacted. What does that mean? What message did you leave? I'll take a request from you, brother. If you have anything you want to say. I haven't done any crimes. I'm a law-abiding citizen, unlike the illegal immigrants. Drop some super chat, guys. Would be much appreciated. Lol, psych, what did you do? How did you do that? You canceled your super chat or something? I mean, if you were going to cancel it, you could have made it bigger. That would have been a little bit more of a troll. But honestly, I don't even know if you canceled it. I don't remember what the number was and what the number was before. Because it was only $1. What did we do to Africans? Africans should be angry at Africans. So what did you do, Pipeliner? Did you cancel your super chat? Is that even possible? I really don't remember. I really can't tell you. I think you didn't cancel it, actually. No, I don't think you canceled it. Yeah, it's still there, I'm pretty sure. Africans sold Africans. Funny historical fact. Johnny, why don't you like Russia? It's a beautiful place. They just, don't have the best history when it comes to conflicts. What do I think about Europe? That's actually a really great question. I'll answer this shortly, but if you want me to go into depth about the question, then you can drop a super chat. I'll talk about this for 5 or 15 minutes. This is a chat that, this is a comment I'm really, really passionate about. What do I think about Europe? I think most EU countries are failed societies. And I think Western Europe as a whole is a failed society. But I do think that Eastern European countries are really, really good, especially the ones that are not a part of the EU. And that's a short answer. Don't be jealous, Sim Racing. You get $0 for hating. Always remember that, guys. All you do is piss yourself off and give yourself a bad self-image. Because when you go to bed, you're going to be like, oh, remember how I was such a loser? I was wasting time on this guy's live stream just throwing insults. He was just succeeding. That wasn't doing anything for me. He was just chilling back, answering comments and stuff like that. Pipe or liner, it really depends. I haven't been streaming that much in the last day or two, so I really need to get back to it, to be quite honest with you. So if you want to drop a bigger super chat, I can give you some estimates, but I really don't want to say the answer for free. But I can give you some answers if you want. But I'll just say I haven't been doing the best with the streams today or yesterday, but I'm back on the grind. I'm not going to miss one single day. I mean, I didn't miss a single day. That wasn't really the problem. I was just doing one stream a day. Now I'm going to get back to 2 streams a day, maybe 3 streams a day. Actually, that's an interesting question. Am I saving up for something? Yeah, I actually am. I want to get a car here, where I am at right now. I want to buy a car here, yeah. So that's something I would like to get. I mean, I had a car before in America, but I've never had a car in a foreign country. And, I'm living here, but I visit America quite frequently, many times a year. I'm an American citizen. But yeah, where I am right now, I'd like a car. Rob, drop a super chat, hit the like and subscribe button. I mean, I'm not trying to buy a damn mansion or a Lamborghini. I'm not with family here. I'm just by myself. My family's all in the U.S. Zach, very good question. Very good comment. I have one, but thank you very much. Is it cheaper to live there? Absolutely. Zach, I indeed do. Jim Crow was a Democrat. There is a ceasefire, buddy. There is a ceasefire. I have a girl that works on airlines, and she literally told me yesterday, Iran airspaces were back open to commercial flights. There is indeed a ceasefire. This is literally day 4 or 5. Where am I now? I'm in Eastern Europe. I've said it a million times, and I have videos posted about it all on my channels. I'll just go ahead and tell you. Montenegro, that's where I'm at. But I'm still pro-America. I left America when Biden was president, but I've been back many times then. I've been back since Trump was president. So much appreciated. I've been back since Trump won the election. Thank you, brother of the road. Much appreciated. Johnny, it's not that I'm living anywhere. I travel around the world. I go to different places, but the majority of my time is spent in this country here. But I come to America all the time, and I can indeed vote all of American elections and all of America's elections. If you want me to condemn someone or you want me to talk about something, you got to drop a super chat, brother. A super chat. We're back on the live streaming grind. We fell off a little bit. I mean, we were doing live streams this morning. I mean, not this morning because I was busy this morning. But this afternoon, my time, which was like around maybe around, I don't know, I want to say like noon in the U.S., maybe 11 or 12 in the U.S. We were doing live streams, me and Eric. The truck driver, Eric, many of you guys know him, guy with the long beard. We were doing live streams. And yesterday we did a live stream in the morning, I think. In the morning? Oh, no, I think we just... Did we do one in the morning? No, I think we just did one, and it was a cable car ride. Just a cable car ride. And then the day before, we did one in the morning. Alexander, Graham isn't gay. He's a lesbian trapped in a man's body. Thank you. Finally, someone knows how I identify. I identify as a lesbian trapped in a man's body. Poor little MAGA-hating sheeps. Absolutely, Nate. If you support Donald J. Trump in America, if you have anything you want me to talk about and to discuss, drop me a super chat. It would be much appreciated. No, I don't identify as a woman. I said I'm a lesbian trapped inside of a man's body. Rob, if you have any questions, you can drop a super chat. We've literally already talked about this subject today. I am straight with extra steps. What do you guys not understand? Oh, Liam, he's 100% a Dem. I didn't even see that man join back in here. He's the biggest troll. Oh, welcome, Muhammad Ali. I thought you wanted to debate me. You dropped like 10 comments a month ago and you never joined my Discord, never got back to me about being on my show or debating. I've been waiting for you, brother. Where have you been? This guy lies about everything. DFJPR. You're right, Rob. I gotta remind them. Drop a super chat if you guys want to have any public discussions, debates, or I can show you some videos here on stream. Let me know what you guys want to see. Like, I want to hear about Eastern Europe. You want to hear about Eastern Europe, brother? I can give you a long lecture and a great conversation about Eastern Europe. If you can drop me another super chat, it would be much appreciated. Just another super chat, Pipeliner, would be really appreciated. I will give you lots of discussions about Eastern Europe. I've been to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, just 3 countries maybe? Hello from Florida, the best state in the union. Shout out Florida. Much appreciated. I didn't say I was going to talk about history, but my history is really good. Rob is a freaking jealous hater. I could make $5,000 on one stream, and Rob would just be like, that ain't no money. You ain't getting no money. You broke. You ain't getting no money. That's exactly how the radical liberals are. I could literally get I could get $100,000 on one stream, and they would just be like, "You ain't getting no money, you broke." That's how the radical leftists are. That's how the radical leftists are. They can be like, "You ain't getting no money, you ain't getting no money." Rob, you know it doesn't matter if you pay or not. There's ads that play on my videos, right? Did you know that? And when you watch, you help the channel. I wouldn't say history is my strong suit at all, but I really do love history, but I'm not a history buff. I don't consider myself a history buff. Curious viewer, I indeed and do that. I do that indeed. Oh, did you know if you have a YouTube Premium, I actually get more money when you play my videos? Fun fact, if you have YouTube Premium and you watch me, I get more money than regular YouTube people that don't pay for it. These guys don't have a fucking clue what they're talking about. If you don't believe me, by the way, you can look up Google. There's a percentage in your ad revenue that says, you know, premium members versus regular members. You pay YouTube money. You don't think they're going to give the creators a bigger cut than the regular viewers? Evan, no spam is allowed. Sorry, brother. You'll have to be kicked out. Hey, thank you, Eric. Have a great 4th of July if we don't speak before then. I'm drinking cooking oil. Yes, sir, cooking oil. Rob, you have, though, because every time you watch me, you're watching me right now. So you have paid sense. Rob, there's 2 ways you pay in life. You either pay with money or you pay with your time. If you don't think your time is worth money, that's really sad, Rob. I hope you're not like 47 or 50. Because either you're paying money or you're paying with your time. And either way, I get paid. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to be discussing about you anymore, Rob. You're just a hater. It really doesn't matter. There's a billion, bazillion Robs on my channel. But the Robs of this world that watch my videos, comment, leave hate comments, they're all helping it at the end of the day. I'm not gay. I'm a lesbian trapped inside a man's body. Please, don't make fun of me, Democrats. I'm LGBTQ, just like you. The clip I wanted, look it up on YouTube. Trump goes nuclear on the press conference. On the press. On the press. I'm just straight with extra steps. Absolutely, Rob. Absolutely, just straight with extra steps. What the hell is playing now? Hold the freak on. I didn't even click a video and my computer just started playing. Where am I from? Great question. Florida. Oh, the F-bomb he drops? No, it's actually another thing. I couldn't find the video though. I wanted to play it at the beginning of the stream. But I remember I was scrolling on YouTube and it says, Trump goes nuclear on press. Maybe it was when he dropped the F-bomb. I don't know. We're in Florida. Fort Myers, Florida. Allah will deal with me. Well, Allah definitely wouldn't support the radical leftists, considering the Quran says they don't accept homosexuality. So I think Allah will deal with any of the radical leftists. Oh, you're from Sarasota, curious viewer. Well, why do you live in a red state if you hate Trump so much? Sarasota is amazing, though. I love Sarasota. I would go there all the time. beautiful place. I don't know. You just had some hateful comments, I thought, earlier. Maybe I misread. Well, thank you for your vote for Donald J. Trump. Trump, Wolf of the Bronx, welcome in. Hit the like and subscribe button. If you guys have anything you want to talk about, any debates, any video requests, hit the like and subscribe button. Drop a super chat. Thank you for subbing, America. Once again, it's America's birthday. What do you think about Poland, where the culture is 0% immigration? Hopefully I'm not getting sick. I think it's just my allergies. Well, I love Poland, first off, but I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say what I know about Poland is zero immigration. But they do let like Ukrainian immigrants come there, surprisingly enough. But fun fact about Poland, they militarized their border. Democrats scream and cry about Trump and his deportations, but Obama deported 80% of the 3 million people he deported without due process. And also, the second thing is, Poland shoots to kill their immigrants that cross illegally. They treat it like a military base. If you're invading in that shit, they shoot you in the head and kill you. It's a true fact about Poland's border. Pipeliner, why do you want more socialism? You know you can just move to a socialist country, right? I'm not lying. You can look it up about Obama. What part was I bullshitting? Yes, Poland did take probably 2 million Ukrainians in. I believe that. I mean, you can do your own research. If you want a source, drop a super chat. I'll give you some sources. What misinformation? Not one single thing have I put about Poland has no border in the EU. I don't know what you mean about that. I mean, if you're already in the European Union, you don't have to go through the border. You can just drive through most of the time or show your passport. There's no border check. That's true, but I don't know what you're talking about. Dude, I lived in the EU for 2 years. Have you lived in the EU before? And I still live in Europe, just not in the EU. I'm an American citizen, though I come to the United States all the time. I know lots about the EU. And congratulations to you. You live in a radical leftist society. The EU is the worst part of Europe. That's where all the homeless drug addicts and radical Islamic immigrants come. Shane, you're angry, huh, Shane? EU is most of Europe. That is indeed true. The best European countries are not EU, though, in my personal opinion. I don't have anything wrong with Muslims. I have plenty of Muslim friends. I just have problems with radical people. It doesn't matter if you're a radical Christian or a radical Muslim or a radical Hindi people. I mean, Hindi people believe in peace mostly. They don't really believe in like crusader type shit. No, I don't live in Turkey. I don't consider Turkey part of the EU. I'm sorry. I mean, not the EU, part of Europe. Turkey wants to join the EU anyway. Which countries are not EU? Great question. Albania, Serbia, Montenegro, Belarus, Russia. Is Ukraine part of the EU? I don't think so. Maybe someone could correct me. I don't think Ukraine's part of the EU either. Lithuania, I don't think is part of the EU. Switzerland is not part of the EU. What else? What other countries are not part of the EU? Do you guys want to drop any comments? I'm an American. I can show you my passport. I have it around here somewhere. Well, the EU is full with stupid people. Why do you think you have some of the worst government in history? Where do you live anyway? You probably live in freaking Germany somewhere. Okay, UK is not part of the EU. Great question, but I don't think they're a good society either, a good government to live in. No, it's okay. You can continue destroying EU. I guarantee you're in Germany. Continue destroying the European nations with your EU bullshit. Shout out Poland. I think Poland is one of the actually only good countries in the EU. I'm pretty sure Poland's in the EU. There's a couple good countries in the EU, and one of them is Poland. I'm not a warmonger. You don't own the continent. You're a nobody. Poland's amazing. You still won't say where you live because you know I'm going to point out the fallacies and the corruption and the bullshit in your own country. You're not proud about your own country. You just say, I'm in EU. I'm in EU. You sound like an illegal immigrant. You sound like someone that came to the EU and wasn't born here and entered illegally and begged for a citizenship. And they still said no. We'll give you like a 6-month visa and then get out. I guarantee you weren't born in Europe. I guarantee it. You're not even proud about your country, first off. First off, you got offended when I said radical Muslims. Radical doesn't mean all Muslims. Lots of great Muslims, but you got offended when I said radical Muslims. Shout out Poland. All countries will join the EU. Funny enough, I heard Canada wants to join the EU. Not all leftists are radical. There's a difference between a leftist and radical leftist. Well, what do you think by the channel? Do I travel much? What do you think? You can look at my channel and then answers the question. But to answer your question, yeah, I travel like a lot. I'm sure you would happily accept Canada to the EU because you weren't born in the EU. I wish you could just answer some of my questions, Dan. I'm answering all of your questions, but you won't tell me what country you live in. You won't tell me where you immigrated from. You won't tell me anything. I don't live in the EU, no. I just said 1,000,000 times. Oh, you said you're in, sorry, you're the wrong guy. I was talking about Identify Insane. Not you, brother, sorry. I'm getting confused here in chat. Identify Insane. You won't tell me what country you live in. You won't tell me where you immigrated from. And you got offended when I said radical Muslims. Identify Insane. You live in the EU, right? No, I left the EU because I realized it's a shit society. Talk about corruption. What do you think about Asian, like Japan or Taiwan? I want to go to Japan or Taiwan. I probably will next year. Paul, if you want me to answer questions, you can drop super chats. Cool, you're going to Thailand. Let me know how you like it. I want to go there next year as well. I speak very well. I speak definitely better than the previous president of the United States of America, Joe Biden. Have I been to Israel? No, but I would go there. Because I've been living here for years, basically. CM, so many of these questions, but no one wants to drop a super chat when it's so cheap. Finland is amazing. Norway is amazing. I think they're also in the EU, but they're not too bad comparatively to other Western European EU countries. John, much appreciated for your comment, but I have a couple. Thank you once again, John, but I have lots of them. More than one. Okay, John, you're being kicked out now. Put user in timeout. I mean, you've been here for over an hour. You've seen people dropping super chats, so I don't know what you're talking about. How did you make me big? I mean, you've also been in here over an hour, Swoosh Kid, so you've seen them too. Pipeliner, you should drop me $5. I'll answer your topic about Eastern Europe. I mean, see him. Plenty of people drop super chats. And if you want me to answer your vile, disgusting questions that's already been answered on this channel 100+ times and 100+ times on mainstream media, then yeah, drop a super chat. I'm not upset, guys. Hey, Pipeliner, it's okay if you can't afford a super chat. I still appreciate your $1 super chat, and I still appreciate you tuning into the channel, hitting the like button. I think you're subscribed as well. I really appreciate that. What's a super chat? It's a question with, a donation hooked to it. I am 100% happy. Maybe I'm a little bit tired, but I'm happy, yeah. I mean, we've been talking pretty much for a pretty while, Insane. Well, because you can have an actual interaction with me that, is going to trigger the comment section. AC, I can answer that one, but you gotta drop a super chat. I'm most definitely not talking about averages unless I get a super chat. And that has to be a big super chat. I'm not talking about $1. You gotta drop $10 if you want to hear about that. $5 maybe. No, Melania. No, I do not. Jay is angry. You want money too, but no one's going to pay to talk to you. Or pay to hear you. I don't have millions of subscribers, Shane. So I got to ask for super chats. If you don't like it, you can unsubscribe. Unapologetic. Already too late. We've already collected some super chats, so you can cry about it. Tom, you pay for food. You don't own that after you eat it. It's gone. No, I don't care. I subbed. Thank you for subbing, brother. And this channel is an investment. Listening to my content, talking about what you want to hear about, what you want to talk about, what other mainstream news sources won't talk about. You can literally talk about anything on here. You can get free entertainment that no mainstream news media is willing to discuss or talk about for a simple super chat. All the answers and all the entertainment that you've been waiting from your favorite news network can be here. You just got to drop a super chat. You gotta give something to chat about. Well, I don't know what to chat about, bro. You want me to just play some more news and commentate on it? Hey, bro, what's up, Silver? How you doing? What does true to blue mean? Does that mean you're a Democrat? Cool, you're a Democrat. It's fine with me, brother. Welcome to the channel. Talk about China. What do you want me to talk about China about? I'm a legal immigrant as well. We gotta deport all the illegal immigrants in the United States. Did I buy Trump coin? Hell nah. I don't buy gimmicks as investments. What do I look like, a moron? Everyone knows meme coins. I wasn't asking the Democrats' opinions, but I see you don't like the hat. Hee 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 hee. You don't like the hat. Give me more liberal tears. Where's my cup? Let's fill this cup up with some liberal tears. Oh, look, the liberal tears are orange. Just like the same color as their heart. I love this comment. I love this comment. Difference between Dems and Republicans is Republicans actually listen to Democrats and treat them as a person. They just see this hat, the Democrats, and they treat you like an animal. It is fucking hilarious. Make America great again, brother. The government is doing the right thing. Yeah, I'm definitely sleeping in the car. Can you guys tell? I could show you my balcony views of the ocean too, but I'm just too lazy to get up. Interesting, interesting. Well, here's a serious question. Has anyone heard about any potential conflicts between Iran and Israel right now? I never said Trump was the Messiah. I think he's made lots of mistakes. Trump isn't perfect, but he's still the leader we voted for. The majority of Americans, tens of millions of Americans voted for Donald J. Trump. I'm lethargic. How about that, Nuchu? Yeah, Eastern European countries have ocean. You didn't know that? Croatia, Albania, Montenegro. No, I'm saying, do you have any updated information since there's been a ceasefire for 4 days? Peak American geography skills. Yeah, funny enough. Baltics as well. Good point. Democrats are the reason we need directions on shampoo. Hiding out? Felonies? No, I don't think you can come to Europe with felonies. That's a great question, Cannon. Where are you from? And if you're United States Marine Corps, thank you for your service, brother. Well, first off, I'm not on the Mediterranean Sea. Second off, Eastern Europe isn't in the Mediterranean. So great geography skills from America, one-on-one. Shout out Florida. I'm in Europe right now. Well, the president is the president. Croatia isn't on the Pacific or the Mediterranean. Do you guys know what ocean Croatia is on? Please, somebody tell me in the comments. Please, let's hear it. What body of water is Croatia on, please? Lovely. This one's for the Democrats. Welcome in, Jim. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and watching the channel. You're really helping us grow. California is joining the EU. That seems pretty accurate. Adriatic. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Someone with a little bit of knowledge and geography skills. I didn't think we had any of these people in here. I guess the Democrats just don't know their geography. What's up with the freaking Democrats and always talking about Coke? Do they really like Coke that much? I've never touched the thing in my life, so I have no clue about the side effects, but they won't shut up about the damn side effects. Sniffly nose. This one's for the Democrats. Mark, I know where it is. I live right next to Croatia. So yeah, I do know what the name of the body of water right in front of my house is. Yeah, I do. No, I do not. The only thing I do is drink a little bit of beer. I mean, yeah, you can get sick any time of the year. It doesn't just happen in the winter. Well, I like to keep my personal business private, Pipeliner. If anyone ever wants to ask me that question, they gotta drop a big, beautiful super chat. I do know the difference between a sea and an ocean, but I mean, it literally has how much? Like $5? I mean, it's literally called the Adriatic Sea. So yeah, I think I just sometimes use the word ocean as any body of water. I should have just said body of water. I want that hat just so people will complain. I'm sure this is going to be some crazy theory that I've heard a million times before, Pipeliner. What's your theory about me? Let's hear your lore. I probably won't read it out loud, but Chicago Bears 2026 Super Bowl champions. I get compliments when I wear mine. Wah, take off your hat. Wah. Hey, Trevor, I'm doing great. How are you, brother? How's your summer going? Actually, I never made it to high school. I finished school when I was in the 3rd grade. Name a country south of Italy. Maybe Malta? No, I don't think that's south of Italy. That's like on the left side of Malta. Hell yeah, I finished in the 3rd grade. What do you guys expect? All Trump supporters finished school in the 3rd grade. Newsflash, the Home Deport changed its name to the Home Deport. Hell no, I'm not being serious. What the fuck? I was gonna say Africa, but I wasn't 100% sure. Thank you, Sport Lee. I'm a lesbian trapped inside of a man's body, so please wish me a happy Pride Month. I'm just straight with extra steps, but I am a lesbian trapped inside of a man's body. Hello, Scott Hunter. How are you doing, buddy? Once again, this is for the Democrats. If you guys have any questions, drop some super chats. Let me know where you guys are coming from. Super chats are much appreciated. I read every single super chat out loud. I don't care if it's an insult or a really intelligent, interesting conversation you want me to have for 10, 15, 20 minutes. Democrats don't have guns, and if you're a Democrat that supports the Second Amendment, that's hilarious because your entire party wants to get rid of the Second Amendment. I just told you my sexuality is lesbian. I'm a lesbian and trapped inside of a man's body. I just told you I'm a lesbian trapped inside of a man's body. Tell us some good news. Tell us something good that Trump has done. I'll tell you, liberals, something great that Donald J. Trump has done. Maybe you'll like it because Obama was the #1 at this. The liberals will love this. Listen closely, liberals. I'm only going to say this once. Trump is the new king of deportation in town. Yes, we have the deporter-in-chief, Barack Hussein Obama, but Trump will beat that record of 3 million deportations, with Obama deporting 80% of these people without a court hearing. Without due process. Funny fact about Obama. He was really, really great at deportations. He just wasn't good at the whole insurance thing. I am straight. I'm straight with extra steps. I'm a man, but I'm a lesbian trapped inside a man's body. I did not know that, Pipeliner. Do you do that down in Alabama? CNN News Watcher. Your president could be on methamphetamines right in front of you and you didn't say shit about it, so shut the hell up, Democrats. Joe Biden was buzzing off the damn Adderall and methamphetamines. Trump never said that. But here's a fun fact. You ain't black unless you're voting for Joe Biden. Democrats lost the election and they're going to lose the midterms. Link us a video. We'll watch it. What's up, Ken Masters? How do you feel about Trump winning the election by millions of votes and you're stuck with him for 3.5 more years? Trump's approval rating, 54%. Really good, guys. Really good. The stock market is up. Hashtag winning. America is winning. Everyone that invested in the stock market, if you really like what Donald J. Trump's doing, drop a super chat. What about Kamala? What about Kamala? Who's Kamala? I forget. Make Kamala sober again. This one's for the Democrats. Yummy. Camel toe. Kamala. Okay, guys. Hopefully you hit the like and subscribe button. I think I'll be hopping off the live stream. But come check me out tomorrow morning around 5 to 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Maybe 7 a.m. No, let's see. What time? No, 5 to 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. YouTube, it's 56%. Oh, wow. Trump's approval rating, 56%. Wow, amazing. Yes, indeed, Pipeliner. Early birds get the worm. I'm not gay. How many times are going to say this? I'm a lesbian trapped inside a man's body. Thank you, Pipeliner. Thank you, brother. Much appreciated. Hit the like and subscribe button. Let me know where you guys are coming from. If anyone wants to drop a super chat, any last super chats, we can keep the show going. But probably not right now. Hopefully my throat and my allergies are a little bit better tomorrow so we can put on a better show. For everybody. But if not, we'll still put on a show. LGBTQXYZ. What the Sorry, I'm sneezing. I gotta lay down now. I don't think I'm sick, guys. I'm just thinking that, I got some, bad allergies. Some people say when you leave the AC on, it gives you, a cold. It gives you a cold. It gives you a cold. I don't know if that's true. It never happened to me. What do you guys think? True or false? Oh, I wish it was hidden, brother. I'd be bouncing off the walls right now. I feel lethargic and low energy. I feel tired. I feel the absolute opposite of Coca-Cola. But smash the like and subscribe button if you guys want to interact more with me, or if you guys want to have discussions about politics, news, all kinds of information, stocks. Definitely go join the Discord. Link in bio. I think that's it for now, guys. Oh, welcome in, Space Dog. What's flat? What's your question? If Space Dog wants to drop a super chat, we can continue the conversation. Because I know Space Dog loves his America. This man's an American lover. Oh, why the hell is there so much LGBTQ in chat right now? That's wild. No question. Much appreciated, Space Dog. If you guys have any requests, do you guys have any video requests or anything you want me to play on YouTube, Space Dog, maybe? Or anything you want me to talk about or discuss, you could drop a super chat. I know you just joined in, but I think I'm going to be wrapping up unless someone drops a super chat. If, we don't get a super chat, then we can just go live stream tomorrow at 5 or 6 a.m. 5 to 6 a.m. Where are you from originally, Space Dog? I'm just curious. Good night, everybody, if you're leaving. Oh, yep, that's right, New Zealand. Shout out New Zealand. What time is it in New Zealand? Just curious. I'm going to listen to what time it is in New Zealand, and I'm going to head to bed because it's almost 1 in the morning here. I mean, sure, Pipeliner, whatever you like. I take all super chat requests. 11:45 a.m. on Sunday. What the hell? It's 11:45 a.m. on a Sunday? It's already 11:45 a.m. on a Sunday there in New Zealand? That is freaking crazy. It's the next day. That means when I live stream tomorrow, it's going to be freaking Monday for you. $20 super chat for tricks. Sure. Whatever you want, Scott. I don't give a fuck. Just drop a super chat if you have any comments, questions, or anything you want me to talk about. You guys have a good solid 2 minutes, and then I'm going to wrap up. Damn, Space Dog. That's sad. The weekend's almost over for you. You guys got about 1 more minute, then I'm going to wrap up. Hit the like and subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Let me know where you guys are coming from. Much appreciated. ALC fucking sucks, brother. Any more questions in super chat? Anything. You guys got 20 seconds and I'm wrapping it up. Nothing? Nothing to say, guys. All right. 10 seconds, brothers. Hit the like, subscribe button if you want to interact with the channel. We have a Discord. I'm in there. Eric is there. Dustley is there. We got many people, great people in there. And yeah, check out the Discord. Check out the Twitter. Hit the like and subscribe button and have a great rest of your weekend, guys. Thank you very much. Gargle.